Hey, shalom, shalom, mishpocha. Welcome to another edition of Ray Bash's Ramblings. We're getting ready to just get into full force into the holiday season. Canada already had its Thanksgiving. The United States Thanksgiving is like tomorrow, and then we're gonna get into the other holidays of Christmas and Hanukkah and things of that nature. And sometimes this is a rough year for people. Statistics show that there's more suicides that occur on during this holiday season than any other time of the year. Part of it is because the sky's gloomy and overcast, and the leaves are off the trees and everything looks dead, and there's no sunlight, and it just kind of adds to the depression. And a lot of times people think of their lost loved ones, people that they've lost through death over the years, that they're not there to celebrate the holidays with them, and people get down and depressed. And it's going to be a hard year for my family this year, because this is going to be the first year of the holidays without my dad. And so I know it's going to kind of be rough. I got a really good friend who lost a daughter this year, and it's going to be the first big major holidays without her. And so I know it's really tough. But I was just reading some scriptures in Hebrews 13:5. It says, "Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee." I know this is talking about God. I know this is talking about the Messiah, how the Messiah is going to be all with us. But let's kind of take it on another level of interpretation. Bear with me, if you will. Let's apply it to our loved ones who have gone on before us, who are celebrating whatever in Malchut Shemaim, in the kingdom of heaven. They're not gone. They're away from this mortal coil and this mortal realm, but they're not gone. They may not even be here in spirit to celebrate things with us, and that's okay. They're to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. They're with the Lord. That's great. That's fine. But they're still with us in the fact that we have the memories. We have all the memories of the good times we had with them. Not only that, but their legacy, the legacy they leave behind, is a life in and of itself. Their teachings, their philosophy, their way of life, their attitude, their mannerisms, their personality, it's still here. They're still here. People still remember it. And, it's like when my dad passed away, I all of a sudden became the patriarch of my family, and he passed the torch to me. And I remember some things he taught me. He taught me hard work ethic. He taught me, to have no regrets. To grab the bull by the horns, and if God's called you to do something, do it so you'll have no regrets. And he taught me many things, and he's with me. And this morning, I got up really early and to do my Torah studies, and all of a sudden I heard one of my in-laws snoring in their bedroom. For a split second, for a brief split second, I thought I was back home, and I thought that was my dad snoring, and it gave me such comfort, and I felt in that split second, I felt my whole body relax and my spirit lighten. I was like, oh. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh yeah, remember where you're at. Your dad's gone. But you know what? I wasn't depressed. I wasn't sad. It's like a little kid. I was like a little kid with a mason jar out at dusk chasing fireflies, and I grabbed one of these fireflies, put it in a jar, and put it by my bed in a dark corner of the gloomy room to light up the room. And I just cherished that moment that I thought of my dad, and I thought he was still here, and just the familiarity of even the comfort of hearing him snore. And I just put that in a little mason jar and tucked it in a gloomy place in my heart, to give me comfort. And there's another passage I want to quote from Hebrews. It's Hebrews chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. It says, "Wherefore, seeing as we are also compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight, all the depression, all the gloom and doom, and the sin which so easily besets us." Our loved ones wouldn't want us to be depressed on the holidays. They want us to remember them and celebrate their life. And it's a sin, if we get all down and gloomy and depressed about that. Let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Yeshua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. So you know what? We have all of our loved ones in heaven. I can just imagine them, on a big set of bleachers, kind of looking down, kind of like they have a Goodyear blimp kind of view of our lives. And they're in the bleachers looking down, and they're cheering us on. They're cheering us on in our lives. They're still with us. They may not be here physically or spiritually, but they're still with us, and that brings me comfort. So this holiday season, if you're struggling through, a death in your family, you know what? Just know that they're in a better place if they served Yeshua HaMashiach, love the Lord with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength. And, I wouldn't want to wish my dad back for anything in the world. I'm actually jealous, he got there before I did, and he's waiting on me. So let's remember our loved ones, all the good times we have, all the good holidays that we had with them. Let's remember the things they taught us, celebrate their life. This year, when the family's together and we miss, mom, dad, or uncle so-and-so, that we could tell stories about them, laugh, and celebrate their life. It's what they would have wanted. So hopefully that maybe this little video might give you a little something, a little shot in the arm to get you through these holiday seasons and to fight off and ward off depression. I pray that this is so. So again, thanks for watching. I love you guys. Thanks for all your comments, your prayers, your support, and we'll talk to you later. Shalom, Jvodov Mishpoka. Bye.